Here's 2nd and 10. They'll toss it out right to Herbert. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Right side, Claypool's got it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
At the 42-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. They go with a shovel pass, and it's complete. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Third and 5. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They work now on 2nd and 9. A run with Mostert up the middle. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. It's a run with Mostert. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Fields. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Bears punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. This is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second down, here's Mostert again. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now a 3rd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. On target over the middle to Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
couple of Alabama guys there. Two in a waddle for the Miami first.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception.
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. Now, I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Tua going to change the play. On second down, Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins will add to their fourth quarter lead.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the two.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a two-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a way to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. There he goes, right side. He may go. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, 70 yards. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Fields trying to throw for it.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10.
And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now Tua. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Tua.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's first down.
Hey, 21 TX.
Throwing Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
That'll be caught by Hill. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here we go, first and goal. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Solo left Zion.
Tagovailoa. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Tua to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's first and 10. Here's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And one last throw here for Fields. That's complete to Mooney. He's got space past the 25. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the